Good morning and welcome to route number 32 of my Wainwright challenge. Today I'm walking 3 Wainwrights: Russet Pike, Bowfell and Crinkle Crags. I'm parked at the old Dungeon Gill Hotel car park. It's a National Trust car park, £7.50 for the day. So we're going to follow the lane, School End Farm. Fabulous day again. I suspect it's going to be a day of fabulous views. Look at that, that's Piker Stickle up there, Langdales, fabulous. They're still following the valley bottom. So what do? Got a weir to cross. Looking at Stan's feet there, it's quite deep. I can cross over there, or I can go back there to the bridge. Oh, you know what, I think I'm going to go over here. So looking ahead, I think that's a Russet Pike up there pointing out. I think we're going to follow round this stream round and then hang a right and cut up steeply to the top of Russet Pike. Well, that's helpful. Cairn here marking the way. We're going up to Escors. Well, we're not, we're heading in that direction. We'll head up towards the Tarn and then Russet Pike. So this path, lots of erosion control, pretty much stepped, as you can see. There's a summit up there. The path gets steeper the higher up you get. I guess that was inevitable. Look at that view down the valley, isn't that fantastic? Here's the erosion control steps. Following up, I suspect once we get a bit higher up I'm going to come off of this and head up to Russet Pike summit. So I'm at the Col. Angle Tarn's just hidden away in the background. This is Russet Pike over here. Heading up Russet Pike, back to Angle Tarn. Here we are at the top, Russet Pike. There's Angle Tarn down there. Great view of Angle Tarn. I want to skirt the path up the other side of it and then hang a left and cut up that to that col over there between Esk Pike and Bowfell. So this path here is the one I've been on, takes you up to Esk How, which is the col we're at yesterday. But this one here, which is what I'm going to take, this path here should take me to the col between Esk Pike and Bowfell. I have to say, this path isn't overly steep. I'm surprised. It looked much steeper than this from below. It's quite a rocky path, but as I say, not overly steep. So there we are. This is Ore Gap. This is the col between Bowfell and Esk Pike up there. So we're heading up Bowfell now. There's a line of cairns up there guiding us the way. This path reminds me of some of the boulder fields that you find in the Munros, although not quite as bouldery. So I'm approaching the summit of Bowfell over there. Bowfell's 902 metres, so it's what, 12 metres off Munro status, so it's quite a high one. What a fantastic view. So there you go, Scafell Pike and Scafell. Don't they both look awesome? Fantastic. So here we are, Bowfell. Stunning, simply stunning. Crinkle Crag over there where we're off to next. Already pointed out Scafell and Scafell Pike. Great end in the distance. Esk Pike. So that'll be Allen Crag yesterday. Glamara. piker stickle over there and the Langdales. I have to say, Bow Fell is very, very rocky. It was rocky up the other side and scrambly, almost bouldery, and it's the same going down this side. Now we're heading over there next to Crinkle Crag. I've just got to wrap round that way. Yeah, it's been quite a steep, rocky path down to this next col. Oh, very slippy underfoot. So there you go, looking back at Bow Fell. I'm now ascending Crinkle Crags. Again, it's quite a rocky path, not as bad as the top bit of Bow Fell yet, but there's a way to go. So it looks, this is where the fun really starts. That looks very rocky. This is Long Top, or Crinkle Crag. There's two cairns here, so I'm going to go to them both. So, my map seems to suggest this is the top, but as I say, there are two, so I'll go to them both. And then we're going down to Coal Pike. Coal Pike, I hear you say, what? That's not today. Well, I've decided to do join another day to this one because it's 1:30 and I've pretty much climbed what I need to climb today. So I'm going to do Coal Pike, Pike of Biscoe, which I missed the other day because of picking my mate up from the train, if you remember. So there we go, that's next. The cairn, and now the other one looks higher. So I think the other one was the high point. There we go. Scarfell and Scarfell Pike, looking awesome. You can see Mickledore now. I think that's Slight Side over there that I went to the other week. So I'm dropping off over Crinkle Crag, and there you go, you can see why they call it what they call it. Fantastic. So I've had to try, I've scrambled down there and Stan couldn't get down. Bit of a nightmare, so he's a bit stressed out, so I've had to go back up, climb back up and work my way around the side there, which is more dog friendly. So there we go, heading that way. So I've dropped off Crinkle Crag now and I'm cutting across to Colt Pike. Now that's Coal Pike, you can see over there, and I believe that's Pike of Biscoe that you can see over there. So I'm definitely going to get these two in, and I'll see how I feel after that. I might even be able to get a 6 Wainwright in today, all things being equal, we'll see. So I'm cutting across the moor, which effectively should be pathless, but I've picked up this ever so faint path heading towards Cold Pike, so obviously other people have done the same thing. There we are, approaching the top. Looks like it might be a little bit of a scramble. I don't think it's anything too difficult, not like what I've had already today anyway. Here we are, Cold Pike. I think that's Pike of Biscoe in the background, what we're off to next. So it's pathless coming off of Cold Pike. So I'm meandering my way down this very steep fell side. I'm heading to Red Tarn, and I'm pretty much going to shoot straight up to the ridge line there and then hang a left up to the top of Pike of Biscoe, because again that's pathless as well. There's been a change of plan. I've just spied a path some people are coming down heading up Pike of Biscoe, so I'm going to head over there and pick up that path and hopefully make a beeline for the top. So that's Cold Pike, looking across from Pike of Biscoe ascent. Wow, Crinkle Crags, don't they look special from here? It's quite a steep ascent, I have to say. It's quite a steep path this, but there's not far to go. Not far to go now. There's Cold Pike over there. We're almost as high as it now. So now I believe this is the top. There is another cairn over there which I'll pass on the way, but the OS map suggests this is the top. Probably nothing in it. There's Crinkle Crags. That's Harrison Stickle and Piker Stickle over there. That's the valley I walked up earlier. So down there is where the car's parked. So I'm at the other cairn now on Piker Biscoe. Like I say, I'm not quite sure which is the top. I think it's the other one, but the other one feels higher. So I'm dropping off at Piker Biscoe. And probably the way I feel at the minute, rather tired. It's been a long week. I'm probably going to head back to the car. I'm just looking back up what we're descending. It is very, very, very steep. Scrambly even. Got about 500 metres still of descent down to there. Car park down there. You can see the white buildings in the valley bottom. So fair way to go still. Just looking over the valley at the Langdales again. Looking awesome, aren't they? Absolutely awesome. So my car's parked over there, and I just need to give you a quick pano before the sun goes down. That's Rossett Pike, that was the first one this morning. Bowfell, the mighty Bowfell. Crinkle Crags. You can't see Piker Biscoe up here. In a fabulous day. The Langdale Pikes in all their glory. Welcome to route number 32 of my Wainwright challenge. Well, it's 32 with a twist because I've added a couple on, as you've gathered. Today is Tuesday the 22nd of March, and I parked at the Old Dungeon Gill car park, National Trust car park, £7.50 for the day. So the first climb of the day was Rossett Pike, and I have to say it starts off beautifully. You're surrounded by the Langdale Pikes and the mountains you've got to climb ahead in this huge valley, and you're walking up the valley for ages until it starts to ramp really. And when it does start to ramp, it really does go. It's very, very steep path all the way up to Anglestown. A lot of erosion control today, an awful lot. They're very, very popular paths, so a lot of the time you're on pre-made climbs, if you like, steps. A very, very, very steep ascent. A warm day, past a lot of people going up there who were suffering in the heat. Once you get to the plateau, the Anglestown, the col, it's only a short distance up to Rossett Pike. Stunning views. You get to see everything we did yesterday. So you're looking over at Allen Crag, Glamara. Lovely, lovely, lovely scenery. Equally, you're looking back down at Anglestown, and you're trying to trace a path up to the col between Pike and Bowfell. So which leads me on to the next bit really. So when you leave Anglestown, you kind of rise it ever so slightly out of Anglestown on the main path, and then you veer off left up a path which you assume is going to be very, very steep. It's surprisingly steady all the way up to Orr Gap, which is the col. Now once you turn left up to Bowfell, that's a different story. It's extremely rocky, not bouldery but verging on bouldery, rocky, really difficult underfoot, nearly all the way up to the top of Bowfell, and nearly all the way down the other side of Bowfell. But I guess that's part and parcel of where we're at. Now Bowfell's 902 metres, so it's, you know, it's only 12 metres off Monroe status. Thoroughly enjoyed Bowfell, and the views beyond, because you're looking across at Crinkle Crags, and what's looming ahead. Like I said, it is a very steep, bouldery, rocky descent, and then Crinkle Crags is equally rocky and equally scrambly going up the other side. I have to say, coming down Crinkle Crags, there were I was following a path, and there were a couple of scrambles which were very, very difficult. Now I'm not sure whether they can be bypassed, but one of them certainly Stanley could not get down. He was petrified, which is very unlike Stan. If I had to climb back up it to get him, and we found a way round eventually. So yes, it can be bypassed. But once you leave all that, you'll see a long grassy descent to Cold Pike. Now it's funny because Cold Pike looks insignificant from this angle, and I cut off the main path and I followed this lovely sloping grassy path up to a small rise, if you like, to the summit of Cold Pike. Now you don't realise the significance of it until you start dropping the other side, and it's very steep and it's very, very long down to Red Tarn. So when you actually look back at it in all its glory, it must have been quite a climb from the other side. But obviously coming off a Crinkle Crag, you don't see it in all its enormity. Anyway, then you're on to the Pike of Biscoe. Now what a fabulous climb that is. That goes on and on and on and on when you're climbing up as well. Now, bear in mind your legs are tired, particularly if you've done a few days on the trot. Stunning views from the top, but the drop off the other side is equally rocky and it's equally scrambly. A couple of hairy scrambles, until eventually you'll meet an erosion control type path, which takes you all the way back down to Rhinos Pass. A fantastic day. You get to see so many views. Langdales, the climbs we did yesterday, looking over at Scarfell Pike. It's just a stunning day. It was 12.5 miles. It took me 7.5 hours, and there was 4,274 feet of ascent.